American Alpha or American Beta.
The Bludgeon
You've
Brothers.
got the Bludgeon Brothers. You've got Breeze Dango. You've got the Ascension. I mean, am I missing anybody here?
No. I don't think you are. No, I think that's everybody.
There was a fatal four-way to decide the number one contenders for the tag titles. It was the New Day, Rusev Day, American Beta, and was it Breeze Dango the other one? I guess maybe they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe I was missing somebody, but maybe I'm not.
I mean, if you want to count Sammy and Kevin, I mean...
That's not... No.
I thought maybe that's where they were going for a while there.
Yeah, but no.
Obviously not.
No.
So looking at that landscape, and we can predict all we want about who might be coming in and who might not be coming in. Sanity, we've heard the rumors. But let's not go there right now, right? The Usos have earned their spot, in my opinion, amongst the great tag teams of all time. They've done it for a long time now, since they arrived on the scene. Multiple-time Raw champions, multiple-time SmackDown champions now. Legendary matches with the New Day. I mean, that rivalry was fucking fantastic.
I really feel this year, last year cemented them as one of the greats.
So, my question is, how much longer do they have the titles? And who do they drop them to?
I can't really see them dropping. I can't see them dropping it at Mania, but maybe SummerSlam.
I can't see them dropping it at Royal Rumble. Definitely not.
I don't think they're going to lose to American Beta in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Plus, 2 out of 3 falls matches are extremely predictable. It's no surprise anymore.
No, American Beta will probably get a quick pinfall.
Usos will get the second one.
And then the third one will be a grind out, and yeah. Who would you say, at least right now, looks like they're next in line to be SmackDown champs?
Bludgeon Brothers.
Rusev Day.
See, it's a hard choice because you're right, and you're right.
Because both are on the rise.
Has the fans behind them. They've obviously got the momentum behind them with the crowd and everything. But they also just lost to Breeze Dango tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Guys who are on their way to tag team championship runs don't lose to Breeze Dango. I'm sorry. Okay? You're right. The Bludgeon Brothers have come on the scene and they've been exactly what they advertised. However, their first couple matches were against nobodies, and their last 5 matches have been against Breeze Dango and the Ascension. So they're obviously being brought along slowly, like they're a brand new team or something. Like we don't know that's Harper and Rowan. I mean, whatever. And they can't cut promos to save their fucking lives.
God help me, they don't.
Right? Here's my way of thinking. Unless they get shipped over to Raw, I think the New Day is going to be champion, the guys to take them out. Because I think that eventually, if you're going to keep them both on SmackDown, you're going to have to put them back in a feud again. Because the New Day is just too good right now unless you're going to break them up. I think the New Day takes the titles from them at Mania. That's what I think is coming. So, all right. Women's division?
We didn't go into women's division like with the titles yet.
All right,
we did
so
go with the
women's
Rumble.
division.
And then like cruiserweights.
We got Charlotte, and we got Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss has been champ now for fucking
She's been since
ever.
She had it at Payback, then lost it to Sasha, then won it from Sasha again, and never lost it.
I feel like she's held that title a long time now.
She's held it for pretty much. She's been champion for pretty much all.
Does
all
anybody
months of last year?
Anybody? Does anyone doubt that she's going to drop that title to Asuka?
Yes. Oh, you said doubt?
Yeah.
No.
I don't doubt it.
The only way I see she doesn't drop it to Asuka is if they book her in a match at the Rumble against Paige. But that's not happening because Paige is in the Rumble.
Yep.
So, I think WrestleMania...
And then there's Fastlane.
And they already kind of destroyed that for us,
Fortunately.
though, because they put it on Raw 2 weeks ago for some reason.
Yeah.
And it was a great match. but they've already kind of showed you, hey, Alexa Bliss can't beat Asuka. Like, so I think that's why we're not going to get her versus Asuka. I think Alexa drops the title before Asuka.
Probably a chamber.
And I think we're going to get Asuka at Mania against... I'd have to say Paige right now. It's the only one that makes sense. On the SmackDown side of things, Charlotte's holding that title till Mania. And it looks like it's going to be her and Rousey. So, my question is, A, do you think the crowd's going to accept Ronda?
Oh, absolutely.
Even after the recent losses and everything else?
I really believe the crowd can accept her after that because one, it's Ronda Rousey, different sport, and it's been a while since then.
Well, see, my thing is, even with the losses, she's still Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She was still the most dominant female fighter of her time, and she put female MMA
on the map.
So she still deserves a ton of fucking credit. And to me, she should be the first female put into the UFC Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. But do you think the crowd's going to be okay with, essentially, if she doesn't show up at the Rumble, doesn't win the title at the Rumble, they're just going to plug her in somewhere eventually, and it's going to be, oh, you're facing Charlotte for the title at WrestleMania. You know how wrestling fans can get about this.
Yeah, we can pretty much just go, why not put somebody who's actually been grinding for that time instead of just putting somebody who's new at this here for the main title because they could not deliver. Just put them with somebody that can at least
it's basically
show them the ropes.
It's basically going to be because of her name.
Well, there's no doubt that her name is the reason she's going to get pushed.
Yeah.
There's
right
no
for
reason.
the top of the women's division.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason her name didn't get her here.
There's also, from what I've heard, she's already begun working out with, I heard
Kendrick.
it was Lita. She was actually working out with.
I know she was with Kendrick
And
a
she
while
was
ago.
with Kendrick for a while, and I heard she was also with Tony Nese at one point, working on some different things. So she's already been working behind the scenes, and her natural judo ability is going to help her, because that's all about throws and timing and everything else. So she should, I think Ronda's going to take to the wrestling business pretty quick.
After the fact, she's going to different people, not just one. She's getting different aspects from it.
Plus, the WWE is going to invest a lot in her.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. So they're going to want to make sure she's on point and ready. They're going to debut her with the 4 Horsewomen of MMA as well. So I think it's all got the potential to be something huge. I just hope they don't do the dumbass thing and bring her out 2 weeks before Mania and force feed it to us. Because that's when the fans get pissed off.
Yeah.
When they feel like, oh, last second here, this is what you're getting, and that's it.
It needs time to be able to get digested.
We need to see Ronda showing up in the crowd. We need to see her and Charlotte exchange words here and there. A fight break out here and there. Then let Rousey have a couple matches on SmackDown maybe. Let her beat some legitimate SmackDown women. Maybe Naomi, just throwing names off the top of my head. Maybe have a submission match between her and Becky at Fastlane.
And that could be good. It could set up the beef between the
Armbar
two.
versus armbar,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and let her break Becky's arm. Just hope, for God's sake, she remembers it's wrestling, because she could actually break Becky's arm. For Becky's sake, I hope Ronda remembers, I'm wrestling. I don't
kill
have to
her.
hurt her. And that pretty much wraps things up. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Cruiserweights.
Cruiserweights.
Also,
Nobody cares.
nobody gives a
No,
shit.
sorry. Cruiserweights.
But we could also get into the topic of NXT.
That's hard to do, though.
Because people are going to get called up.
It's hard to do, but we could do a who do we think is getting called up?
All right, well,
before
first,
Mania.
Cruiserweight division. Does Enzo drop that title ever?
Yes.
Does Enzo drop that title ever?
Yes, he does.
To who?
Hideo Itami.
You think so?
That's
Yes.
that's about the only
Come
person
on, look
I
at
buy.
look at how he was acting Look at how he was acting in NXT before leaving. You will show me respect. Like, I could feel him, like, almost talking down to Hideo, like Enzo.
I
And that could
see
set up the
Enzo
beef.
dropping the title there. But again, the problem is, before Enzo, 205 Live was that, ugly stepsister nobody wants to admit to. Enzo has actually brought it some marketable success and got the ratings up. And believe it or not, Enzo's making a lot of fucking money right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if what I've heard about him is true, this could all be very short-lived because apparently he's an asshole. First rate, just piece of shit. But if they're going to keep the Cruiserweight division going, for now, they might have to keep that title on him.
I mean, think about it.
I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for what he did recently. Okay, so, real quick story. My coworkers...
Oh my God, please don't go into my coworkers' dogs, aunts, kids, uncles,
No.
aunts,
No.
sisters, cousins' dog.
My coworker's brother-in-law is actually best friends with Enzo.
Oh my God. We just already got into like 5 different family lines. Can we just say somebody knows Enzo?
Grew up with him. And he sent him a screenshot of a 2-hour-long conversation of him and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Apparently, Stone Cold's been trying to help Enzo do it, like work on his promo work. He sent him a picture of the conversation, but it had Stone Cold Steve Austin's number attached to it.
Oh, shit.
Therefore, they called Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, I don't think I'm getting that much trouble over that. That's an innocent mistake. Honestly, it's an innocent mistake. Could have just been a mistake. Like I said, I think the bigger problem here is you don't have much of a show right now without Enzo.
You really don't.
You take Enzo out of that mix on 205, and what do they have left right now?
Shit.
Does anybody give a shit about Cedric Alexander at this point?
No.
Nah.
He's about as boring as a character as there is on the WWE roster right now. And the rest of those guys, no one cares. TJ Perkins has vanished. I don't know.
I saw him on Instagram.
I saw him on Instagram the other day working out and showing off his new gym and his artwork and his dogs. And his,
I
his
heard
weird TV.
I heard that he was fired, but it was
He
kind of
didn't
like
seem like he was fired. He seemed pretty happy the other day.
I saw him taking a selfie with Becky Lynch.
He seemed pretty happy the other day. He seemed all like, oh, I got great news and I can't wait and blah, blah, blah. And he was listening to Sam Cooke. He was in a good mood. Seemed happy.
Nobody listens to Sam Cooke if they're in a bad mood.
But basically,
I heard he got fired.
I don't see Enzo dropping that title unless they do a complete overhaul of 205 and bring in a whole lot of talent very fast. Hideo Itami is not the savior to 205 Live.
No.
All he is the injection of one man with the same shit roster surrounding him still. In fact, if I was Hideo Itami right now, I'd be pissed. I just got sent to the Island of Misfit Toys. My career is fucked.
The Island of Misfit Toys.
This is not something you want to happen to your career. All right, let's take your bullshit journey down NXT Boulevard here and try and make some sense out of what's coming.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to do here.
All right.
NXT's only got, 3 champions total?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
There is rumors about them bringing in an NXT Intercontinental title.
All right, who is the current tag champs?
Freaking Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay. World champion is still Cena.
Cena.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Women's champion is still Ember Moon.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
I predict right here, right now, none of those people will be in NXT next year.
Clearly.
None of them. Cena Almas will either be on the main roster or fired. Because if he's still in NXT, his life officially sucks. He's been on NXT now so long that he was wrestling Seth Rollins and shit at one point on NXT.
Really?
I believe so.
Oh, fuck?
He has watched new talent come in. Wait, he has sat there, heard, hey, we just hired Bobby Roode. Oh, cool. Saw Roode. Hey, I'm Cien Almas. I'm Bobby Roode. Watched Bobby Roode go, become glorious, become champion, and move on to the main roster. While he was getting rebranded for the third time on NXT.
I remember him debuting as the name Cien Almas in 2016.
And let's all be honest right here and right now. He's either about to be served up on the offering platter for Adam Cole
Baby.
or Aleister Black.
Well, the next title defense he has is against Johnny Gargano.
Is Tommaso Ciampa due back anytime soon?
He's due back from what I hear very soon.
Gargano's winning. They're going to reignite the DIY rivalry. That's where that's going.
Yeah.
Can't
But
wait for that.
NXT is hard to predict. Like, all right,
Honestly,
what do you want to predict? Who's going up? Authors of Pain,
Sanity.
obviously Sanity,
Ember Moon.
Here's
Drew McIntyre, Ember Moon.
I predict sometime
They
next
just brought
year.
up a whole bunch of the women from NXT, basically.
Yeah.
They just brought up 5 women from
6.
NXT.
Well, I know
5.
5.
I forgot about Paige.
Paige was not in NXT when she
You're
came
right.
back.
5. So they just essentially kind of emptied their women's roster on NXT. So now you got, who's left? You got Ember Moon, Kairi Sane,
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
Well, now you got to bring in women from the.
I
fucking
think
men
Peyton
empire.
Royce and Billie Kay should have been brought up by now.
Definitely.
And you got some of the other competitors that signed since the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, that's about it.
So
You're
the
gonna
women's,
have to showcase them now.
you know, NXT is hard to predict though because we don't know who they're going to sign.
Yeah.
There's rumors that Omega's coming over. That's why Jericho's over there right now is to bring over Omega.
At some point in
Rumors that Punk is coming back.
Yeah.
Heavy as shit.
Rumors
Heavier
that
than
Punk
they've
is
ever
coming
been.
back and that he's going to come back through NXT actually.
I like to see that.
That he's going to
That'd be
make his
interesting.
return at an NXT thing saying that NXT is where the revolution is and that's where he wants to be and it's going to be this whole kind of like anti WWE movement where he's on NXT even though they are owned by WWE obviously.
Yeah.
But where he's on NXT and he's going to like hold the title hostage because that's technically Triple H's title.
Yep.
That's his company kind of thing. But
That's-
right now they're all rumors. Who knows what's true and what's not? All I know is I want to see CM Punk versus AJ Styles. That's what I know.
At some point,
everybody wants to see
At
that.
some point in 2019, I see Sanity taking over SmackDown.
But you can't really make that call. See, this is why I don't want to get into the NXT thing because we can't make any definitive like facts or even educated guesses because right now we're hearing Sanity's going to SmackDown, but Vince could turn and say, you know what? No, because we need tag teams on Raw. Send Sanity to Raw. And just like that, everything we thought was going to happen is gone. Because honestly, you could revitalize Raw's tag team division right now by sending Sanity and AOP there and then having them fight it out over the title.
And SmackDown would still have a great tag division.
And SmackDown wouldn't be affected one bit by it. So it's hard to really speak on, the only thing we can really speak on is the following. Do we think that McIntyre's resurgence in WWE will continue to the main roster?
I'd say it really depends on where he gets placed at.
Well, he's injured right now, isn't
Yeah. I'd say it depends on, if he's coming back to NXT when he comes back from injury, if he comes back to the main roster, what show he's going to be put on, and how he's going to be
I'll put
used
it like
right off
this.
the bat.
Real simple. He gets put on SmackDown, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He gets put on Raw,
he? He's done.
he's going to get forgotten about and lost in the shuffle.
Well,
Again.
if it's Raw, I can kind of say different depending on what time it's at. Like, if Brock is still involved in the title picture, absolutely not.
I just think there's too much talent on Raw right now as there is. This is why I keep saying I feel like NXT needs to get out of the developmental brand thing
Yeah.
and become its own
Brian.
brand inside of the WWE network.
Agreed.
There's way too much talent on that roster for guys to be sitting there doing nothing. Okay? And enough of this, oh, SmackDown has this title, so Raw doesn't have it. No, fuck that. Make a title for both brands and just be done with it. You got too many people here involved to not have something going on.
Bring back the hardcore title.
SmackDown should have been 3 hours by now.
Should have been.
Because then they could move more talent over to SmackDown.
Agreed. Very
But
much agreed.
I think that's pretty much it. Anybody else got any off the top wild predictions they want to make going forward?
I can't think of any.
Can't either.
Not anything we haven't mentioned before.
Yeah. I will predict that Shinsuke Nakamura holds a WWE championship before 2019. That's probably not going to happen, but I still want to see it, so I'm going to predict it. Anybody else? Nope. We all good?
Yep.
This has been Inside the Ropes. We hope you enjoyed your holidays. We hope you had a great day.
Oh, wait. Didn't there something you wanted to do on camera?
Yep.
Hold on. We're not done.
Wait a minute.
Since
If this involves screaming and yelling, keep it down to a controlled screaming.
nope. But since the whole Christmas thing is pretty much over, I got you guys some fucking gifts and shit.
What?
Yep.
Woo! Dark Claw number 1.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have.
Nah, that's cool.
I got Spawn and Batman.
Nice.
This is badass. Thank you, brother.
No
Thank you,
problem.
sir. We appreciate it. Now I feel like an asshole.
That's cool. You are one.
Well, again, happy holidays, everyone. Hope you had a great one. Happy New Year. And before I sign off, just so you guys don't think I got too nice or anything, fuck
Go
you,
fuck yourself.
IoT. Look what you did. You threw me all
I say
into
go
a
fuck
spin.
yourself.
Fuck you, IOTBA.
I'm done.
No, wait. Now you can do the thing. Wait.
It's too